This module introduces you to the theory of sets, ordered pairs, and Cartesian products. It explains the concepts of relation and functions and their economic applications. Let us first define a set. A set is a collection of distinct objects. These objects may be alphabets, numbers, individuals, or any other item for that matter. It is different from a general collection of objects and is a well defined collection of objects. That is, the use of the word set means that there is also a method to determine whether or not something belongs to that set or not. The objects of a set are also termed as its members or elements. All elements of a set, they are enclosed by curly brackets. For example, if number 1, 7, 8 and 3 are elements of a set, then they may be denoted as curly brackets 1, 7, 8, 3 curly brackets close in set notation. Here the number in the elements of set A are given by modulus A is equal to 4. A set can be either given by enumeration or description. In an enumeration approach, if A denotes the set of all positive integers less than 12, then A may be written as curly brackets 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 curly brackets close. In such an approach, elements of a set are not infinite or they are not very large. On the other hand, if numbers of elements in the set are very large, then the set is written by the description approach. For example, the set of all real numbers B can be written as B is equal to curly brackets x such that x is a real number curly brackets close, where elements of a set, they are given by a symbol x and its description is separated by a colon or a vertical bar. Set symbols or notations. Now, table gives various set symbols and notations. Symbols: sigma stands for element of such that x belongs to A or x is an element of A. Subset of is given by A is a subset of B or A is contained in B. Union: A union B is A union of B. Intersection: A intersection B. The next symbol is relative complement or difference. A minus B implies that elements that belong to A are not in B. Complement or A complement is read as A complement. The first symbol, sigma, stands for membership of an object in a particular set. The negation of this or non-membership is often given by sigma naught, that is x does not belong to A, where x is not in A. If, for example, A is equal to 3, 7, then 3 belongs to A and 4 does not belong to A. The subset relationship A is a subset of B states that every element of A is contained in B. Logically, this would be that if x belongs to A, then x belongs to B. Here subset represents a proper subset which excludes the case of A is equal to B. The symbol A is a subset of B which is not a proper subset implies that A may be a subset or equal to B. Given A is equal to 2, 5 and B is a set which has 2, 3, 5 and 7, then A is a subset of B. If A is a set, then 2 to the power A becomes the number of all subsets of A. For example, if A is a set containing 1, 3 and 9, then A has 2 to the power A or 2 to the power 3 is equal to 8 subsets. The union and intersection operators, they form new sets by the following methods. The set rule A union B is defined to be curly brackets x such that x belongs to A or X belongs to B, while A intersection B is said to be X such that X belongs to A and X also belongs to B. The former implies that X is an element of A or X may be an element of B, or both A and B, while the latter implies that X is an element of both A and B. From the sets A and B, A union B is 2, 3, 5, 7 and A intersection B is equal to 2, 5. The difference of the two sets A and B, or A minus B as we write, is the set of elements in A but not contained in B. It is also denoted as A oblique B. For example, A is equal to 3, 7, 9 and 8 and B is equal to 7 and 8. Then A minus B is equal to curly brackets 3, 9. Finally, the complement of a set consists of all those objects that are not given in the set. It is also represented by A to the power C. For this, the concept of the universal set needs to be understood first. Underlying a discussion or argument involving sets is usually a very large set which is called as a universal set or universe of the discourse and is commonly denoted by capital U. This universe may be implied or stated explicitly, and operations involving union, intersection, complement, they are understood to be contained within this universal set. For example, if we were discussing the real numbers, so that our universal set could be the set of those numbers and mentioned in the set A with 3 elements given as 1, 6 and 8, it is understood that A complement would be all those real numbers which are not in A. Null set. A null set or an empty set is a set that denotes or contains no element at all. It is denoted as phi, where phi is equal to an empty curly bracket. One should be very careful that a set which contains 0 in the curly brackets is not a null set, since it has a single number 0 in it. Therefore, it is not empty. Moreover, a null set is a subset of every set. For example, A is equal to a set containing 1, 3 and 9 and has 2 to the power 3, which means 8 subsets, that is 1, 3, 9, 1, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 1, 3, 9 and phi. Also, U complement is equal to a null set, where U is a universal set, that is all the elements not in the universal set becomes the null set. After studying this module, you shall be able to know the theory of sets, ordered pairs, Cartesian products, learn the concepts of relation and function with their economic applications. Let us first discuss about set theory. First is the Venn diagram approach. This is a diagrammatic representation of set theory. Various set operations may be understood using the same. Given a set A is equal to 1, 2, 5, 8, 9 and B is equal to 3, 5, 8, union, that is A union B, is a set which has 1, 2, 3, 5, 8 and 9 as the entire shaded area that includes all the elements in A or B or both of them. Then A intersection B is equal to 2 members 5 and 8, that is the shaded area in the brown, which includes elements which are common to both A and B. A complement is the shaded area that includes all the elements which are not in A. Laws of algebra of sets. If A, B and C are 3 sets, then first is commutative law, that is A union B is equal to B union A and A intersection B is equal to B intersection A. Second, associative law, A union B union C is equal to brackets A union B union of C. A intersection of brackets B intersection C brackets is equal to brackets A intersection B whole intersection C. Distributive law is A intersection in brackets B union C bracket close is equal to A intersection B brackets union brackets A intersection C. A union brackets B intersection C is equal to A union B in brackets intersection brackets A union C. De Morgan's law. A oblique B union C is equal to A oblique B brackets intersection in brackets A oblique C. A oblique in brackets B intersection C is equal to in brackets A oblique B union of brackets A oblique C. Next is idempotent laws. X union X is equal to X and X intersection X is also equal to X. Then identity laws. X union phi is equal to X, X union U is equal to U, X intersection phi is equal to phi, X intersection U is X. Complement laws. X union X complement is equal to the universal set, X intersection X complement is equal to a null set, X complement which means X double complement is equal to X itself, X minus Y is equal to X intersection Y complement. Consistency principle being the last implies that if X is a subset of Y, if and only if X union Y is equal to Y, and X is a subset of Y if and only if X intersection Y is equal to X. Next is the concept of ordered pairs. It may be observed that there is no order imposed on the elements of the set. To describe the functions and relations, we will need the notation of an ordered pair, that is written as brackets A comma B, in which A is considered as a first member and B is considered as a second member, both being elements of that set. So, in general, A comma B brackets is not equal to B comma A, whereas for a set curly brackets A comma B is equal to curly brackets B comma A. Each ordered pair on xy plane as is shown in the diagram. The remark is that set is represented by curly brackets, whereas ordered pairs are represented by normal brackets. Here 1 comma 2 in brackets is not the same as 2 comma 1. Now let us understand the Cartesian products of a set. Suppose we have got two sets A and B and we form ordered pairs by making elements out of A as a first member of the set and elements from B as a second member of the pair. The Cartesian product of A and B is written as A into B and is a set which consists of all such ordered pairs defined as curly brackets x comma y, where x belongs to A and y belongs to B. Let us take an example. If A is equal to a set 1 comma 2 and B is a set which has 3 elements 4, 5, 6, the Cartesian product of these two sets is given as A into B is equal to curly brackets 1 comma 4, 1 comma 5, 1 comma 6, 2 comma 4, 2 comma 5 and 2 comma 6 curly brackets close. An important remark is A into B is not equal to B into A. For example, for 3 non-empty sets A, B and C, then A into brackets B intersection C bracket close is equal to A into B whole intersection in brackets A into C. Let x comma y be an arbitrary element of any set belongs to A into B intersection C in brackets, then x belongs to A and y belongs to the intersection of B and C. X belongs to A and y belongs to B and y also belongs to C. X belongs to A in bracket and y belongs to B and in brackets x belongs to A and y belongs to C. This may be written as x comma y as an ordered pair belonging to A into B and x comma y as an ordered pair belonging to A into C. Therefore, x comma y belongs to product of A and B intersection product of A and C. Now we shall discuss the relations aspect. In natural language, relation is a kind of link existing between objects. Examples may be mother of, neighbor of, part of, is older than, is the ancestor of, is a subset of, etc. These are binary relations. Formally, we will define relations between elements of different sets. A relation is written as capital R bracket A comma B or R B for A bears R to B, and when we formalize such relations, we write R is equal to curly brackets ordered pair x comma y belonging to x into y curly brackets close from a set x to set y is a subset of x into y. The set x of the relevant values is called as the domain and the corresponding values of y is called as the range of R. This can be represented as seen in the diagram. The diagram illustrates few types of relations where a value in the domain x has at least one image in the range y. If A and B are any sets and R is a subset of A into B, we call R a binary relationship from A to B or a binary relationship between A and B. A relationship R belonging to A into A is called a relation in or on A. Moving on to discuss about functions. A function f from set x, that is the domain, to set y, that is the range, a subset of x into y, it is a rule that links a unique element of set y to each element in set x. This unique element is called as a function of x and is called as image of x in y. This definition requires that there exists only one single value of y corresponding to a given value of x, and the converse of this need not be true. That is, it is possible to associate more than one value of x to a single value of y. Remark is that functions in a relationship, but relationships may or may not be a function. Difference between functions and relations. Mapping or correspondence from x to y. From the definition of relation and function, it follows that both figures are relation as x values relate to y. However, figure is not a function as we can associate more than one value of y to a single value of x. Let us understand why this difference between relation and function is important. For a researcher, it is important that given an output value, that is a value from the range y, he or she should have a single input value from the domain x. However, given two output values, that is values from range y, he or she may relate a single value from the domain x, but will not be able to functionally comprehend over a unique value of a given output for a given input x. Economic example may be that of a consumption bundle x comma y, where x1 and y and x2 and y are the case of a function, and a consumption bundle x comma y1 and x comma y2 is not a function, since which output relates uniquely to x is not clear. All other potential functions may be carefully examined to see if it is possible to match an element in the domain x with those in the range y, thus making the relationship a unique one. Types of functions. First is a linear function. These are functions of the form y is equal to mx plus b, where m and b are constants and graphs of such functions, they are always a straight line. M is the slope and B is the intercept. If M is positive, then the line is said to be upward sloping and rises to the right, and if M is negative, then the line falls to the right. Economic examples may be that of a demand curve. Demand may be represented by linear demand functions such as QD is equal to A minus BP. QD represents demand for a good, P represents the price of that good. Economics is how you consider the sensitivity of demand to a change in price. This is a typically downward sloping demand curve which says that demand declines as your price increases. Quadratic functions. These are functions of the form y is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a, b and c are all constants. Their graphs are called as parabolas. Falling and rising objects move along the parabolic path. If a path is positive number, then the parabola opens outward and upward, and if a is a negative number, then the parabola opens downwards. Economic examples are also given by cost curves. As the graph indicates, the AVC, average variable cost curve, is a U-shaped, that is strictly convex, and it has a unique absolute minimum. Next example may be of power functions. These functions are generally of the form y is equal to a into x to the power b, where a and b both are constants. They get their names from the fact that variable x is raised to some power, and assuming a is equal to 1, the power b is a positive integer. When x is equal to 0, these functions are all 0. When x is big and positive, then the function is big and positive, and when x is big and negative, then the ones with even powers are big and positive, while the ones with odd powers are big and negative. Next case may be of polynomial functions which are of the form y is equal to a n into x to the power n plus a n minus 1 into x to the power n minus 1 going till a1 x plus a0, where all an minus 1 going till a1 a0 are constant numbers. Only whole numbers power of x are allowed, which means that the highest power of x that occurs is called the degree of the polynomial, and the figure shows examples of degree 4 and degree 5 polynomials. The degree gives the maximum number of ups and downs that the polynomial can have. Polynomials are useful for generating smooth curves in computer graphic applications. Next example is for rational functions. These functions are the ratio of two polynomials. One field of study where they are very important is in stability analysis of mechanical and electrical systems, which uses the Laplace transforms. When the polynomial in the denominator is 0, then the rational function becomes infinite as indicated by vertical dotted line called as asymptote in the figure. This happens when x is equal to 2 and x is equal to 7 in the example. When x becomes very large, the curve may level off. The curve to the right levels off at y is equal to 5. Next is an exponential function. These are functions of the form y is equal to a into b to the power x, where x is an exponent not in the base as was the case for the power functions, and a and b both are constants. Note that only b is raised to the power of x, not a. If the base b is greater than 1, then the result is exponential growth as shown in the figure. Many physical quantities grow exponentially, like that of population. Next is logarithmic functions. These are of the form y is equal to a log x plus b, where x is a natural log and a and b both are constants. They are only defined for positive numbers x. For small values of x, they are generally negative, and for large values of x, they are positive, but they stay very small. Notice that immense variations in x corresponds to very small changes in y, at least in the given region for x greater than 1. This is given in figure. Also, log of 0 is equal to minus infinity, and that logarithmic functions exist only to the right of the y-axis. Thus, log of a negative number does not exist. The graph of any log function has the same shape as these and will differ only in the vertical shift and or vertical stretch. Functions of one or more than one variable. So far we have considered functions of only one variable, that is x being the independent variable. We may have functions where values of dependent variable is affected by more than a single independent variable. For example, m is a function of x, y, z. Such functions like m can be represented by three-dimensional surface plot, that is x, y, z plane. Let us now summarize what we have discussed in this module. A set is a well-defined collection of objects and there is no order imposed on the elements of a set. Concept of ordered pair involves ordering of elements in a set and it can be represented on an xy plane. Cartesian product is a set that contains all ordered pairs. A relation R is equal to curly brackets x comma y belonging to Cartesian product of x and y from a set x to set y and is a subset of x into y, that is the Cartesian product of x and y. A function is a relation f x y, that is f from set x, that is the domain, to y, that is the range, a subset of Cartesian product of x and y that links a unique element of y to a unique element in set x.